things are done in an environment of trust, and sometimes, that trust may be not necessarily well-founded.
That question of trust, fueled by what COP political leader Prakash Ramadhar believes are suspicious actions by some in relation to Section 34 of the Administration of Justice Act. As head of the Legislative Review Committee of Parliament, Mr. Ramadhar would have been instrumental in preparing the legislation. But as he sought to clarify his involvement in the matter on Tuesday, Minister Ramadhar said the clause which was eventually proclaimed bore very little resemblance to what was before the LRC and debated in the Parliament.
So I just wanted to make that clarification abundant to all of us so that there'll be no misunderstanding that the LRC ever deliberated upon the Section 34 that was ultimately passed by both houses.
So then, who is responsible for the changes to the document between the Parliament and the Senate? Minister Ramadhar assumed some responsibility for the ensuing imbroglio, but while he refused to point fingers directly, he said the Ministry of Justice was ultimately responsible for the document which was debated in the Senate.
But commitments were made that before the proclamation, that things would have to be put into place, so that when the Act came into force, that all the infrastructure would have been in place and the rules and everything there.
Minister Ramadhar has asked for a meeting with Prime Minister Khamal Georges to discuss the issue. He said he was very concerned about stories in the newspapers about ministers toasting champagne in Tobago with persons accused in the Piarco Airport fraud case. And if there was any deliberate attempt to dupe the population, Minister Ramadhar says firm action is required. I am Khamal Georges reporting for CNC3 News.